My name is Mikki Willis. I am an independent investigative filmmaker based here in Central Texas. Standing with me are the residents and first responders of Sandy Creek, a location that was one of the hardest hit during the catastrophic floods that happened just 3 weeks ago. More than 100 homes were washed away, innocent lives were lost. And many of the people with me here today are victims of that situation, having lost their fathers, their mothers, their brothers, their sisters, their children, their pets.
On July 5th, we lost the entire family farm, all 3 houses, the business where we made our spices, our animals, and somehow I still feel lucky because I'm here. We lost 6 neighbors.
We are a blue-collar, lower-income community with a lot of elderly people. So I went looking for my neighbors and found that 2 of my neighbors' homes had washed away. I immediately began to ask, where are my neighbors?
I thought if they were asleep and I could wake them up, I was yelling their names, but they didn't hear me. Nobody was there.
I can't go another day, God, without Gary. Gary, come home.
In my line of work, I see a lot of stuff. This was a different pull on my heart that I just can't explain it.
What we're asking for is the same dignity and respect that every other voting constituent gets for temporary housing for displaced families, vehicles for residents who lost transportation, access to clean water, sanitation, capital for cleanup, rebuilding, and basic needs. We're also asking for a way to honor the lives lost through recognition and support for families who are grieving and care for those families who are carrying the weight of this tragedy.
The overwhelming sense among the victims here is that they are being overlooked, and sadly, they are not wrong. For reasons hard to explain, this particular location falls outside of certain boundaries, leaving the residents in many ways on their own. 2 weeks ago, my wife and I, with our friend Amanda here, launched a crowdfunding campaign to help this community. The funds raised were enough to cover the most basic needs for only a handful of families. Much more is needed. Sandy Creek is not a wealthy neighborhood. These are hardworking, salt-of-the-earth people who lived simply. What little they had is now gone. Most residents lacked flood insurance after being led to believe their properties were safely beyond official flood zones. Right now, dozens of families, including small children, are sleeping in tents and on floors as they deal with the grief and trauma of what they've endured. I'm here today to amplify the voices of these good people and hundreds more who urgently need help. As we've learned time and time again, there is no superhero coming to save us, that it's always the compassion of everyday citizens that make the difference. I know there are millions of people around the world that want to help. Here is the best way to take action. Go to givesendgo.com/Sandy Creek, and please donate whatever you can to the men, women, and children of this community.
Together we can make that difference, so let's make it happen for Sandy Creek.